the dollar versus yen. And if we look at the daily chart here, we did move up this week to the high price that we saw in prior weeks near the 144, let's call it 145 level. We saw a Bank of Japan asking for rates at this point right here, sending the price back down toward this old trend line here, and we've been able to find some support against that level. This is what it looks like on the hourly chart. Fell below this swing area, but since then the price has been able to reestablish support against the 200-hour moving average until today. Why? Because the price going sideways here brought those moving averages closer and closer together. In fact, the 100 and 200-hour moving average are pretty much at the same level, 143.26, indicative of a market that's up and down, waiting for the next shove to the upside or the downside. On the top side, we have that intervention fear, which perhaps keeps the sellers in play and puts a lid on the pair. On the downside, the moving averages have been a barometer for bullish and bearish. Or typically is. We did move below it again here, but then bounced above it and tried to stay above it, but we're opening it up in the New York session below both those moving averages, tilting the bias, at least in the short term, to the downside here for this currency pair. We'll see if we get follow-through selling in trading today. That would take out the lows from Wednesday, which come in around the 142.51-ish type area. Get below that level, we have this other swing area through here to get to and through, and then the 38.2% retracement of the last trend move to the upside here. That was the stall point during last week's trading, and this week's trading is also a early stall point ahead of this low and ahead of the 38.2 at 141.47. It's going to be a key level going forward for the dollar versus yen. If the sellers are to take control, if the price can't get below the 38.2% retracement, they're not taking control. Okay, so be aware of that. Right now we're just below the 100 and 200-hour moving average. If we move back above those moving averages and show some momentum, the range here is fairly narrow today. We could see a rotation back up to the upside with the 144.38 to 144.55 level being a level ahead of the extremes. Be aware of that level on any further upside momentum. I mentioned that